Good evening, guys. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great myself. Thank you for asking. Yeah, guys. And today, guys, my new topic today is just about all of us. All of us looks the same. Would you agree with me on that one? Would you agree? I mean, look at old people. All old people, they all look the same, don't they? I mean, when you get old, you start, getting grey hairs. Your back bends over a bit. You walk slower than how you normally used to walk before when you was in your young youth days. All old people look the same. Think about that for 1 second and let me know if you agree on that. All all black people look the same. All black people look the same. Come on, let's face it. If you're black, meeting another black person, you're gonna look the same like the other one. All black people look the same. That's what the police force thinks. Because when the police officer stops a black young man, they will come up with an excuse. Oh, there's just been a robbery down the road, and the description fit you. But when you ask the officer, can you please describe the description, what fits me? The officer will say that when he was 5'9", maybe had a gold teeth in his mouth. Obviously, he was black and wear the hoodie jumper. And that's a good description of pointing out an individual of who done the crime. Would you agree with me on that? Because this is what the police officers believe. They believe that, yes, all black people look the same. When you go to when a man or a woman goes to prison, they are treated the same. They no longer have the privilege of owning their name. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. You become a number and not a name. It's like your name has been deleted and a number has been created. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying to you people. All of us look the same, you know. But can I go deeper with you? I believe that, these people in the high places, like the government and people like that, they don't look at us as individual people. And fair enough, for them to look at us as individual people, it would take them a long time because there's millions and millions of us. So what they do, they use us like we're numbers. Numbers. You're number one, I'm number two, he's number three, she's number four, and so on and so on. So you become a number to them, not a name. They don't put a name, and they don't put a name to this number. You know what I'm saying? The only time maybe they would have a name to your number is when, they look in their computer on their data and say, and see who number one belongs to. Okay, number one belongs to Mr. Nathan Brown. Okay, number two belongs to Peter Jones or whoever. Do you know what I'm saying? Or Lucy Jones. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the only time when they can connect you to your name. But apart from that, you're just a number. Tell your neighbor, how does it feel to just be a number? How does it feel to be a black man and a police officer saying that all of you guys look the same? All of you look the same. You know, it's just like to say all agents look the same. You know, but yet when it comes to white people, they don't really say that all of them look the same, really. But the government, whether you're black or whether you're white, Asian, it doesn't matter what color you are, you're just a number to them. We are all the same. Do you remember when you went to school and you're in the maths class and the teacher is not teaching you one way and then going to another student and teaching him or she another way? No, she stands up in front of the class and she's on the blackboard, and everything she writes on that blackboard is for every student that is under her class. You know what I'm saying? And every student is not the same. But yet, we are taught and the teacher teaches us all the same. You know, they say that when you're 18 years old, you are a young adult. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. How much 18-year-old is happy to be a young adult today? And how much of you believe that you are a young adult today? You know? I mean, I remember my youth days when I was 18. Believe me, I was still searching, trying to search and find out who I really was. You know, they said that you're 25 years old now, you're 27, 28 years old now. You must know yourself now. You know, you're a big boy now, you're a big lady now, you know. You must can know yourself now, you know. You're not a teenager no more. You're not a youth no more. You are a man. When you're 18, you're old enough to go to men's prison. You know, you're old enough to have a driving license and to, to have a passport and all these kind of things here and all these privileges. What comes to you when you turn the age of 18? But are you really responsible? Are you really in control of yourself when you're 18? I did read a book and it says that it takes about a man to become at least the age of 28 years old before his brain develops, properly in his head, and for him to know himself as a man when he's 28 years old. So why do they call a man a man, when he's only 18 years old? You see, my personal feelings about that is that, that when you're 18 years old, you're not a man. You're not a young man. You're a man, obviously, you're male, you know what I'm saying? But you're not a man who's ready for responsibilities because you're still searching and trying to know yourself. I mean, I could put two 18-year-olds, young people, in front of me today, and one of them will maybe get, I can give them some questions or whatever, and one of them will sound like he's more smarter than the other. You know what I'm saying? And I could give both of them with the same responsibilities, but one would fail to look after his responsibilities, and the other one would manage how to look after his responsibilities. And it's just an experiment what I could do in front of you guys to show you what I'm saying to you today in this video, that all of us is not the same. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. All black men don't look the same. No. You know what I'm saying? Some of us have, bigger nose. Some of us have slimmer nose. You know what I'm saying? We are all not the same. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I would like to say to you is that when you get to know God, it's like your DNA, it has to change. Yes, your DNA shines from you. It shows another person that how unique you are. Do you know what I'm saying? But you see, when you're just a normal person, an everyday type of person, you are classed as a number. That's all you're classed as, is a number. In this world, you're classed as a number, but to God, you are classed as unique. One of a kind. My design. I took time to make you. Can I get an amen from somebody today? That's how God looks at you. But, and if you're not careful and you get people just treating you like a number most of your life, then you will lose your self-confidence because you will forget who you really are. you'll forget how God really made you. You see, before you was born, can I tell you something? I want to tell you something what I want you to never forget in your life. Before you was born, God took time with you. Yes, yes, yes. In fact, God did put a special diamond in you. Did I say a diamond? Yes, I said a diamond. Why did I say a diamond? Because diamond is one of the most expensive jewelry you could ever buy. God put a ruby in you. God put a sapphire in you. God put a diamond in you, and a special diamond, you know. And my diamond in me is not the same diamond you have in you. You see, my diamond might be a small diamond. Your diamond might be a big diamond, you know. But both of them are diamonds. But one works for me and one works for you. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. You see, when you know God, your DNA has to change because you are no longer classed as just a number. Even in the prisons, you're no longer classed as a number. You are no longer classed as just an everyday type of guy or everyday type of lady. You know, you are unique. God reminds you that you are unique. You know, I used to get kind of upset when I used to get stopped, you know, the stop and search what they used to do, and they're still doing today in places like London. You know, I don't mind getting stopped and I don't mind getting searched, but have a good reason before you approach me, you know, than having to say that, all you black people look the same. That's a lie. It's just an excuse for you to just stop me to be nosy in my business. Because the truth is, by law, you shouldn't stop me just because of the colour of my skin. And for you to say that all black people or all Asian people or all Chinese people look the same, then I will suggest to you that you are prejudiced. You are a racist officer or you're a racist person, you know. But back to school days, it's like the teacher teaches everyone, all of us students, they teach them the same. And back in the days, there weren't none such thing as extra help or extra teaching. No, you see, a teacher's got a schedule what she has to perform before the end of the day, or before the end of the week, or before the end of the year. And she's spending time, or he's spending time with you because you need extra help, is gonna delay their 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 deliverance, what they have to deliver to the head of the school, maybe at the end of the year or at the end of the week. And they can't afford to delay that, because if they delay what they're supposed to give to the students or teach to the students, and they, in their report, they said that, oh, it was one of the students who was behind, so I had to stop and help him or help her. The head of the school would say, well, that's not good enough. We're dealing with the majority here, so long as we can get majority, because you see, every school wants to be the top school. Every school wants your child to come to their school, you know, rushing and lining up to come to their school, because it gives them a good reputation, you know. So they have numbers to beat, they have targets they have to hit, you know what I'm saying, to get that to get notice, if you want to put it that way, you know. And this is wrong. This is wrong. You see, when the teacher teaches all the students in the class, but one of the students or a couple of the students didn't get what the teacher said, then straight away they label you as how can I put it? They label you as like you're slow. Yes, you're slow. They will make an appointment with you to go to your local doctors to check if you have you know, if you're Alexis or something like that. If you are what's that word they call it? You know, have difficulty reading and writing. You know, and they try to get rid of you as quickly as possible. You know, and the thing about it, you put two bright kids or children or young adults in one classroom and you teach them the same subject. And just because one of them gets all the answers right and the other one gets most of them wrong, it doesn't mean the one who got it wrong is less of a teenager than the other one or less intelligent than the other one. You see, the word unique, that should spell to any teacher that, hey, I am unique. You can't teach me like how you teach him. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. You can't teach her the way you teach the other one. Because I come under the name called unique. So unique means that I am tailor made. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. I am tailor made. I am his design. And I am one of a kind. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. Yes, yes, yes. You see, when I go to purchase my suits, I normally ask the shopkeeper or the designer how much people wear these suits, you know. And when they say to me, well, there's only 5 of these suits made, you're going to be the fifth person to wear one of these suits. I smile and I pay for the suit and I walk out the shop with a big smile because I know that when I wear this suit, I'm not going to look around the corner and see another man wearing the same suit. You know what I'm saying? My suit is unique. It's one of a kind. It's a new design. It's a personal design just for me. You know, and this is important, you know. When you treat people all the same, then what you are doing, you are hiding the uniqueness of their that individual's qualities in life. You see, some of us supposed to be doctors, some of us supposed to be nurses, some of us supposed to be singers and rappers, some of us supposed to be producers, some of us supposed to be a fire engine man or whatever, some of us supposed to play sports, some of us supposed to do motivating speaking, and some of us, do care work. If you went into the profession called care work, not everyone can tolerate what duties you have to do inside that care work. Not everyone is fit and tailor made for that job. And this is what they look for before they hire you. I mean, care work, it doesn't give much money, but there's a lot of demand for care work, and there's a lot of hours you could do in care work to make a lot of money. That's why a lot of people going into care work. If you want a quick job, you know what I'm saying, you go into care work. But when you get to the interview and you're been interviewed about this care work role you're gonna take on, they will ask you some serious questions about how would you feel if one of your patients or one of your clients um, was sitting there and just wet themselves, and they want to see your reaction, and then they want to ask what would you do, because in care work you get some people who can't really look after themselves, and that's why they call it care work, because they expect you to wipe their behind when they make a mess of themselves. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. So not everyone is designed to do care work. You know what I'm saying? You put 5 people in a room, maybe all 5 people maybe won't be qualified to do care work, or there might be one out of the pack who's willing to do care work. You know what I'm saying? But that one out of the pack wouldn't be you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not designed for that. And how we lose to find what we're designed for is when we lose the word called unique. You are unique. How much times have you heard in your life someone called you unique, apart from me today? How much times have you heard someone say that? Be honest. Just think for it for a second. Did your parents called you, say that you was unique? Did your teacher tell you that you was unique? Who told you that you was unique? I guarantee you there ain't much people in your life told you, hey, my man, you are unique. You know what I'm saying? Hey, my queen, you are unique. Not much people has told you that. So that word is not stuck in your brain. And if it's not in your brain and not in your mind, you become easy to slide in just like a number. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. Just like a number. You're number one, he's number two, she's number three, he's number four. You see, you become a number. And when you become a number, it's like taking away, I don't know if you hear what I'm saying, taking away God's DNA that he gave to you. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, yes. You see, God gave you a special DNA that belongs to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the uniqueness, what God has left evidence on this earth to show all of us that we are not all the same. We are all the same under the name called human beings. Yes, let's get that right. You know what I'm saying? And God loves us all the same. He doesn't love you better than he loves me, and he doesn't love me better than he loves you. You know what I'm saying? But he has put a special diamond in us. He has put something, a special talent in us. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, who likes maths? Who used to do maths at school? Who likes maths? You know what I'm saying? A lot of my friends, when it came to the classes for maths, they used to bunk off. They used to jump over the wall. You know what I'm saying? And go to the ladies' school and hang out in the ladies' school and act like they're on lunch break when really they're supposed to be in class studying maths. You know what I'm saying? But there was a few, like my friend Georgie, a young Chinese boy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to maths classes, he was always there, sitting at the front next to the teacher, back straight with his arms folded, all his pen and his rulers and calculators and everything in place, ready to do a maths lesson. He loved maths. My little friend Georgie, he loves maths. But a lot of us, when it came to maths, we used to run out the room. Oh, excuse me, miss, can I go toilet, please? But you've been toilet already, Nathan. I know, but I don't know why. I think I had too much Lucozade. Can I go toilet again, miss? Go on there, but only be 3 minutes. 3 minutes come, none Nathan. 4 minutes come, no Nathan. Half an hour come, where is Nathan? I'll be jumping the wall. You know what I'm saying? Because maths weren't my thing. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. Maths weren't my thing. But today, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, the accountants, you know, to be an accountant, you have to be good at maths. You know what I'm saying? I've got friends who are accountants and they're good at maths. You know what I'm saying? So when maths was going on in the school, they were like my little friend Georgie, sitting in the front, learning and find it interesting to learn the world about maths. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, why weren't I in the classroom learning about maths? Because maths weren't my thing. But when it came to music, when we had music lessons, my music teacher couldn't get me out of the classroom. When I mean he couldn't get me out, he couldn't get me out of the studio. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when I went to school, the first thing I learned to do in my music class is play bass guitar. And then we formed a group, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember Musical Youth. There was some young black men, well, black teenagers who came on top of the pops and they made number one and it changed their life. They used to live in Birmingham and it changed their life forever. Made them, you know, young millionaires. You know what I'm saying? And when I see that on TV, I said to myself, I'm about their age. I'm sure I could do the same thing. So when I went to school, I formed a band. You know what I'm saying? It was a reggae band. I was playing the bass. My friend Darren was on the drums. You know what I'm saying? And another friend on the guitar, the electric guitar. And we used to play some beats, trust me. Young 16-year-olds, we used to play some beats in the studio. You know what I'm saying? And plus I could rap a bit as well. It all came together. When it came to the bell ringing and said that you have to go home now, because sometimes music lessons was the last lesson, our music teacher could never get me out of the studio. He actually used to come in and hold me by my arm and pull me out. That was my thing. You know what I'm saying? But if you put my friend Georgie, who was good at maths, you know what I'm saying, and always in the classroom at the front line, ready to listen to the maths teacher, if you put him in the classroom of my music teacher, Georgie wouldn't know how to pick up a guitar. He wasn't made for that. He wasn't built for that. Not saying he couldn't learn, don't get me wrong. It's the same thing. I couldn't learn maths if I just stay around. Do you know what I'm saying? But you have to have an interest into something that will keep you there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have none interest in maths. Georgie wouldn't have none interest in music. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm a musician today and George is an accountant today. You follow me? You know? And we can't forget what God has put in our DNA. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this video is about. What has God put in your DNA? Because I know. You see, before, and this is what we do. When we're treating as numbers, guess what we do? We treat others like numbers. Before I did know God in my life, I used to treat you as a number. You was just a number. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a black number, a white number, a Chinese number, an Asian number, I didn't care. You was a number. And I didn't do it deliberately. You know what I'm saying? I never do it deliberately. It's just the way of the mindset. And this is what a lot of us carry. We carry that mindset of just a number. You know what I'm saying? Because we have been taught just to treat people like numbers. Believe it or not. But I'm here to tell you today. If my name is Nathan Brown today, I'm here to tell you today, my friend, that you are not just a number. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. You are special. You are unique. There is, in this world, there is not another one like you. So what does that make you? That means you can't be a copy, can you? No, you can't be a copy. Do you know what I'm saying? I got this tablet here, and it's a Samsung. It's top range, but it's a top range. But there's another copy. There's another Samsung I could go into the shop and buy what does similar, the same, exact same thing, or even does it better. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, but with you, you are original, my friend. There is only one you. And you come under the word called unique, special, new design, one of a kind. Hey, you won't get this anywhere else again, baby. Trust me. Once this is gone, you won't get another speaker like this again. Do you know what I'm saying? And all of us are not the same, but we have to remember these things. And society, the government, and people in authority, they brainwash us to make us think that, oh no, he's just another number. Oh, he passed away. Oh, he's just another number. You know what I'm saying? It's not that, you know, the uniqueness never comes out. No one explains you as being unique, but only God. God will explain to you and explain to others. When I made you, yes. If you get a chance to speak to God, yeah, God will tell you that when I made you, the ones watching my video now, when God made you, He made you so unique that even if there was another God, yeah, because don't forget, they have the original God and they have other gods. They have copy gods, if you want to put it that way. You know, but when I made you, God will say, when I made you, even if there was another God standing beside me when I was making you, the truth is that God or anyone else could never make you the exact same way I made you ever again. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. You was one thought, you was one special thought that I had about you to make you up into what you are today. You are special. There will never be another one like you. Not in this century, not in the next century, not even a million years after you, when you're past and gone. There will never be another one like you. And I'm the one who made you. I'm your creator. And I would guarantee you that I will never try and make another one like you. Because I leave you in the levels, the high levels of your uniqueness. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. That's how special we are to God. So what I'm trying to say to you guys today is that never, ever treat someone like a number. And I don't know how you need to practice, whether you need to practice in the mirror, practice wherever you have to practice, but you need to practice somewhere to remind yourself that you are not just a number. In fact, you are not a number. You are unique and new design. You are special. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter what kind of culture you come under, whether you're Asian, whether you're African, Jamaican, whether you are from Nepal, it doesn't matter where you come from. And never make someone say to you that all of you look the same. That person who says that all of you look the same, to me, that person is prejudiced, and that person is ignorant and has not give themselves a chance, don't have the right attitude, you know what I'm saying, or the right patience to get to know people as individuals and to realize that all of us are not the same. Even if we come under a special culture, you know what I'm saying, the black culture, the white culture, the Nepal culture, the Asian culture, it doesn't matter what culture you come under. It doesn't matter what skin color you are. It's about what's inside. What has been put inside you. And I said diamonds. I said that God put a diamond. My feeling about this is that I believe that God put diamonds in us. And you might say, well, diamond is a diamond. No, diamonds ain't diamonds. Diamond is diamonds, but they got all different types of diamonds. Do you know what I'm saying? And the diamond what's inside me is not the same diamond what's inside you. You got your own diamond. You know what I'm saying? And your diamond will shine in the area where your DNA supposed to shine. Does that make sense for me? I don't know if you guys understand it. You see, your DNA has got a special destiny to reach. You know what I'm saying? Your life has got a special destiny to reach. And your destiny, you see, if there's two lines of both of our destinies, yeah, my destiny ain't gonna line up with your destiny. Do you know what I'm saying? My destiny is gonna go maybe a complete different way compared to your destiny. You know, and if we know that, then we will understand that God made us unique. You are special. You know what I'm saying? You're not just a number. I don't know what else I want to add to this video. Maybe I might be doing a part 2, you know, and get some people to, you know, to call in and kind of, you know, ask me questions of what I've been saying today on this video. But I hope this helps someone, and I hope this helps someone to understand that never treat another human being as a number. Never say that all black people are the same. Never say that all Asian people are the same. Because we're all individuals, and God made us unique. You know what I'm saying? And to be unique, that means you're one of a kind. You know what I'm saying? You're His design, and nothing else will change. You know what I'm saying? And you're not a number. Like I said, in prison, they treat you like a number. You know what I'm saying? You're 1, he's 2. You know what I'm saying? They give you long numbers, in fact. They give you maybe 5 numbers, and they say they say that when you go to prison, you have to remember these numbers. You can't say when you go down to the canteen, you know, because when prisoners, they go down into the canteen, they have to state their number for them to get their canteen, for them to get their food. If you can't remember your number and you say, oh, my name is John, they're going to say, you're not recognized on the canteen, mate. All we have on this canteen list is just numbers. You need to tell me your number so I can identify who you are and identify your name. But your name doesn't come first. What comes first, being you're in prison, is a number. While you're in prison, you're just a number. You know what I'm saying? If you're going on a release date, Yeah, before you even get through the front door to get out in freedom, you have to state your number, and the prison guard has to check your number before they even open up them doors for you to go free. That's how important the prison system is. They go by numbers, not by name. But yet, you have a name, but they put a number before your name. How ridiculous can that be? Do you know what I'm saying? But it works for them anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't work for us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just giving you an example of prison. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first thing that came to my mind. But there's, you could go to the council. You could go to certain places, and they go by numbers. They will say to you, please, can you give me, when you phone up the council, they might say to me, please give me your reference number. And I'm thinking, can I give you my name? But they say, no, please, I want the reference number. Because from the reference number, they apply that tag to your name. And that's how they get to know who you are. But please don't treat me like a number, because I'm not a number. Because when I read the book of life, and when I get to know about my Father, the one who created me and created this whole universe, he says that you are unique. You're not a number. You are more than a number. You are more than your name. You are special in my eyes, and you're special in the world. Because when I put you on this world, I put a special diamond in you for you to shine wherever you go. But there's a specific area, what if you touch down in, then the world will see the real shine of your diamond. Like I said, not everyone was built to be a countess. Not everyone was built to be a musician. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you find out what God has put into you, you know what I'm saying? And how do you find out? The best thing, my friend, I tell the truth, is search and you will find. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. Tell your neighbor to search and you will find. And look at the dreams that you have. You know what I'm saying? Look at the dreams that you have. And if you're not dreaming, then you need to take a step back and start dreaming again. Because dreams come from God. Obviously, with a dream, it requires action. You can't just dream something and expect to be whatever you dream without non-action. You have to take action. You dream first, then you take action. And find where your passion is, because passion keeps you focused. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people I know, they go into jobs because the job pays a big salary. But you know what I'm saying? They're in that job, and when you look at them, they're so miserable. They've got big houses, nice cars, and everything in the money in the bank. But when you look at them, they're so miserable. You know what I'm saying? Working for just money, you won't last. But working with passion in what you do, you know what I'm saying? It keeps you focused. It keeps you on the right track. You know what I'm saying? So guys, I'm saying a lot in this video today, but the main thing I want to tell you is that when you get to know God, God will remind you of your special DNA. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Why do I say special DNA? Because my DNA and your DNA is not the same. God never made me like you. You know what I'm saying? So how can my teacher in the classroom teach me the exact same way she teach you? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And just because, I got most of the questions right, but the next student in the class who was sitting beside me got all of it wrong, they class him or her as being slow. You know what I'm saying? Having difficult to learn. But that ain't the truth behind it. Every child has got a different way of how to be taught. And this is what the school system fails with a lot of kids who went to school and never passed their GCSEs. You know what I'm saying? Because the system failed them. It wasn't because they were too slow. It's because the method they have is just one way how to teach a child, when there is plenty ways of how to teach a child about a subject. Do you know what I'm saying? Or about about a subject, maths, English, whatever it is. But with them, they only have one structure. The teachers only have one structure, and if you don't pass the way or learn it the way they teach you, they label you as slow, and they put you in a different classroom with other people just like you. I don't know if you hear what I'm saying. You know. But anyway, guys, I gotta speak to you guys soon. Have a blessed weekend, and God bless you. This is Nathan Brown. Love you. Take care. Peace. One love.